and comparisons that you drew up in both halves of the first map. We'll see how they fare on Overpass as well. FURIA, very heavy utility buy. Some of it's been dropped over, provided by Art and Safe. James got a full belt himself. And one expects Odd look really good for outsiders, but can't always trust the numbers. We'll have to see. Again, the slow default. They did this at T-Pistol and Mirage, right? It was 4B running bomb apps. They show bomb, they rotate round to T-spawn to A. So they like to be defaulty on their pistols. They like to be sweaty. And this is a good example of it, making sure FURIA can't get aggressive. Even info they gain towards B is false, as there's a player walking out Monster. yuurih, one peek, and he's going to nail it. Glock v USB, not a competition. KSCERATO tucked in here. Even if Jay mollies it, there's a smoke ready to go. Looks like they're going wandering into this stack.
Yeah, you tell on James to make it happen. Contact, though, initially, waiting for these flashes to show their head. They're not needed, not yet anyway. Now they come in to assist with the bulk of the push, spilling out through Monster. FURIA trying to get this one back under control. KSCERATO finds a double in the smoke. Buster will spam him out, but is now left in a very rough spot, swinging on out. There's 3 players on the bridge, all in view.
Hey, how does KSCERATO get 2 from that position, right? Like, the whole hope of it is that his teammate yuurih dies and they never check barrels. And they wouldn't have, but they mollied it. So he's got to smoke to stay alive. And at that point, outsiders know his position and he still gets a double kill. Very smooth stuff. Just living in the smoke. It's enough to win a pistol round for FURIA there. The 4B stack works wonders. And to keep it in for so long with no info anywhere, with B short and con cleared, with Monster and no one spotted. Some balls on FURIA. James late to the party. Buster already in it. Getting spotted by Famises, and FURIA again looking for a clean second round. They should be able to get that this time, as it's only a couple of upgraded pistols. Art's not even buying. He wants that orb ASAP. Will he give it to Safe? Is yet to be seen. There's no flash for this peak either, so FURIA have to be very careful with the angles they take, but that's a good timing. yuurih catches both players looking at connector. And from this on, these kills on, it should just be a clean sweep for FURIA. It should be the 2-0.
Oh, James been able to grab that deagle, but he is getting flanked by R. And this is, James could get knifed. Oh, KitKat's got his back! Nice. Just gets that over the line. I tell you what, if KitKat wasn't there, Art would have tried to knife almost 100%, because that's just how he rolls. Valiant attempt to milk that round for all it was worth, but in the end, FURIA do go 2-0 up, and the only man they lose, well, you know, his gun's grandfathered forward. It's all well and good. Actually, no, wait, what am I saying? Literally had a USP, so it doesn't matter.
Nope. See, that's why you don't buy second rounds. So you can feed, and it doesn't matter. You can get away with it. But it's still nice and easy for FURIA, as it should be. Now we wait for outsiders buy. Guns are coming in. Orb is given to Safe. Art is a generous leader, and I respect him for it. All popped into mid. yuurih didn't see, but close on the left side is Yakindar, and the flash didn't even need to work. Oh, yuurih was waiting for another one back from Safe, and it went over, but the kill came through in time. KSCERATO's in a smoke. Careful, outsiders might spat. And if they do, they're going to find out. Nice shot, but trade is in. However, a lot of information and the bomb scene at this B side of the map. Tromp needs to use all his util to stall out and execute. But an execute with a minute on the clock. Ha! Who are we watching? Outsiders wouldn't dare.
Oh, they're going to try and be a bit more floaty with it, right? Over here towards the top of mid, they look to take some control and get set up for the A play. However, Art is still floating around over here at long and gets the spot. Even the info in and of itself is so useful here to FURIA, just to give them a bit more forewarning. Now that you've dealt with Flit, Art's able to tuck himself in and start to call for some of these rotates up. 40 seconds, Outsiders kind of committed here. They don't have any real estate anywhere else. They've got to keep going forward. Smoke in at the choke point. That's going to send them back. It's around the world again.
Do it. 25. Oh, it's perfect. But Safe's moved in. He sees it, but he can't stop it.
He was falling.
Oh, it's really awkward. They still get that early rotating time. They're still going to run down B. Even now, Outsiders going monster with a bomb. My goodness, Jame is making quite a run of it, and they're here in time. Drop nose. He's ready to go. Killing Jame wins the round. There's no cover, and Safe stops yuurih from swinging for the trade. It's a FURIA round, and hey, Safe may have missed that shot or not even been able to take it on short side, but the info was paramount. Look at the position it puts him in. Gets him right down into that lower site in time. Sick chase for Drop, knew what he had to do. 1 kill was enough to win. And FURIA keep it going. 3-0 up right now. A strong start. Really, their map should be in their pocket with the way it began. And so they're probably feeling a little bit miffed.
Bloody hell, that is a ballsy swing for KSCERATO.
He's out. Oh,
he's so blind! Having to go back to the angle, and that's where he's dealt with. Are they just going to full commit? Out they come. Drop with 1, but he's deeked out of the round. Art trying his best to fill this void inside of the B site. The limited pool of util has been really nice out of Outsiders. Every single one with a lot of intent, and oh god, that's the bomb.
No. They know he's behind them. And they're going to try and split from both sides, but this is not an easy retake for Outsiders. Look at the wrap for Kicker. I love the play. It's so Outsider-esque. Around the world, he's got to walk eventually, though, if he doesn't want to be heard. And he picks his time rightly. However, in yuurih's head, when will he begin to consider? Now is the answer. He has 3 spots to watch. yuurih tucks in, and Kicker starts to move. yuurih can offer no assistance right now. He thinks he's locked in a fight at B. Kicker gets checked by yuurih as soon as he peeks out, and yuurih, this kill that was supposed to be given by Safe, who has rotated from heaven all the way round to connect her. yuurih has no idea. Even if he gets this bomb, he won't be ready for the last man, and he's not ready for the first. 4-0 for FURIA, dropping the bomb on the backline after a double B entry, and they pick it up again. These guys have got some grit.
Yeah, I mean, they actually played that like super well on the FURIA side, as lovely as Kickert's like rap background was, yuurih apparently like this incredibly aware player was so prepared for that possibility, right? And it's like you could almost see him like going over the timings in his head, like okay, he could be here now. And in that moment, as he chooses to swing, is when Kickert's rounded the corner. Also, in the 2v2, not overplaying their hand. Like, the safe rotate from, well, Safe was very safe indeed. It was just kind of safeguarding the round. God,
yeah,
it just keeps happening now.
Save yourself. I mean, the names for FURIA are sometimes very appropriate, right? Like, even Drop being the guy dropping all the guns in the previous map. Like, how many times did he set Art up with guns?
Then there's like Art as this like mad gifted genius like leader, right?
Paints a pretty picture with some sides.
Safe pair of hands on the AWP.
Yeah, that's where it starts and ends. But it's something. Flash for long, Buster. Not going to get swung luckily enough, as he wasn't even blinded, really. Safe, and it's perfect. As Buster starts to move, he's been sitting at that rock all round, and as he begins to change his position, he gets repeat. He can't even fire back in time. Now back to B for Outsiders, and it's a retake setup with a boost up in CT, so gonna get some info early. And FURIA, they have a couple of nades to ice things out in a retake, but that's a lovely shot from Kicker, right out Monster, and he swung Jail's side. Drop doesn't even realize, and he gets taken down. 4-on-3, beautiful entries from Kicker, and Jame finishes what he started in con with the AWP. yuurih out means FURIA have to save. There is no hope for a retake with a double AWP. Oh.
Well, Outsiders finally piece around together. And when they do it pretty cleanly at that. Gonna need to bank up a few more here before all is all said and done for Outsiders, but it's good that they're on the board early. Do have a pretty gnarly CT side under their belt though, right? That's something that they're gonna get to flex a little for us later. Considering this starts with Safe getting that pick into the 5-on-4, you managed to get through the rest of it, keeping 4 alive, and in no small part thanks to KSCERATO's entry work down there on B. All right, out of all the returns to form, that was a really nice way to piece together your first round.
Yeah, Gary's getting them hyped though. FURIA not letting one slip past round get in their heads, and that was just excellent work for kickers. So as long as we can have more of that, Outsiders can hopefully get into this T side. But again, keep in mind, these guys love a longie. They do not queue short MM matches any day of the week. They want to drag it out. They were 8-2 down on the first map. They still picked it up 16-14. Let's see if history repeats itself. Double AWP saved. Drop the Deeg. Outsiders going for the big old stack, the boosty woosty, and they just missed it. Jame holding for a jump, holding for a late player. Nowadays, you don't hold that boost for long, though. If you don't get a heaven kill, you're not going to wait for FURIA to assemble a boost and hope they walk into it. You just lose so much map. Look at the space getting taken. And FURIA don't even know about the boost. They're just confident. They're just feeling it. Art, careful that door. He's got yuurih by his side to watch it. Oh, God. Opening for the AWP, and he's going to drop Jame. That's awkward.
Bomb as well, down here in Con. How are you meant to remedy this, Outsiders? This is going to be a bit of a rough one. Save second AWP, or I guess primary, has popped off and found another over on this upper site. yuurih's head's on a swivel, and he's good to deliver 2 of his own. Buster now, 1 versus 4. They've had the bomb since the start of the round, and he's going to have to go in, try to flush out these Con players, and that's before he even worries about what to do, you know, once he's got the bomb.
He's been seen. Well, got to take it step by step, but that first step is dying. yuurih.
It's all just baiting them into yuurih. That's all this entire charade is. This big song and dance, it's short. No one actually cares if they get the kill, because Buster's probably dead to the incumbent yuurih anyway. He's just been sat here waiting.
Well, it's going to be the same, but yuurih knows he's got him trapped, so he might walk and try and get this kill at the end, maybe even after time. Buster, all he's seen, now he knows, and everyone's coming for him. Forget the clock, they're just going to kill him. Oh, I like the stall, and he swings because he realizes if I don't go, they'll come to me eventually. A nice awareness, just dying before the clock expires. It's still a FURIA round. Harry, you mentioned in that first map, you know, the year of 2020 and the dominance of FURIA and the reckoning over NA as they were region locked in North America. Well, one of the maps at the helm of FURIA's dominance was Overpass and their CT sides. They would pull phenomenal comebacks back on this map. They would dominate games by starting CT on this one, and no one could break them. No one could get through them. EG were the one team, over Liquid, by the way. Liquid were a better team at the time, but EG were the one team who could actually beat FURIA. They were just rarely in those grand finals in NA to get there. It would often be FURIA beating Liquid. So, you know, Overpass being one of those maps is reassuring for FURIA in a game like this where their back's up against the wall and they feel like they should be a map up anyway. This round is suppressing though. Kicker got another double entry into B and he hasn't even looked at the site yet. They're coming to him on a platter. Art caught in spawn, and FURIA have been skewered in this round.
Oh, Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Okay, that's nice. And it's actually secured him a line to go and get the AWP now, right? Save that out of the round. That was always the intention. Would have loved him to grab the kit. It was right there. And he doesn't have one.
The little details.
Yeah, but these are the kind of details that, like, James, that guy's brain pays attention to those details. And here he is.
Half the time, players probably don't even know that they've got kits. Like, you know, how much are you focusing on whether you bought one or not when you're dead, and you've been dead for 40 seconds, and you're thinking, did I have a kit in that round? Maybe. Where did I die?
I don't know, Hugo, because is that how your brain works?
No, well,
you're just extrapolating it? Because I feel like I frequently hear them go like, kit drop, so-and-so.
Yeah, in different positions, not in that one. That's a leg. Poor Art. Luckily, he takes the attention off of me and my brain as he can jump peeks him at long. 5-2. Outsiders building back in, as we know they always will.
Yeah, lovely bit of revenge from James to open up the round, right? It was him falling in con that led to everything falling apart in the round prior to last. Well, this time he's good for the kill. Now a full eco for FURIA, and one that outsiders can be very, very comfortable in. Not feeling pressure. They're not worried. That's not a nice opening, but the fact that it wasn't the kill should all be fine. Kicker actually could just have two on a platter. Oh, oh,
it's not clean.
Yeah,
pretty.
Just hang on, it's fine. 5 on 4, it's all good. It's fine. Oh, it's okay. Yuurih. Oh, he's dinked as well. Every single peak is a dink from these USPs. Luckily enough, you know, the big guns do still win versus the little guns. This decision to slow down could get weird, right?
No.
Yuurih should have it all locked in. And to be fair, even if he dies, Flit then has it all locked in.
We're fine. I'm not considering anything in this round. It's clean, it's easy, it's yuurih and a 1v4. And for the little guns, there's no big round today. 3 up, 4 outsiders. Round by round by round, they remind you who they are and what they're here to do in a very threatening Pro League group as well. With Ents looking this ferocious, already taking a scalp over FaZe, with Vitality here with their superstar roster. With FaZe themselves, and even Sprout, who managed to really impress today in their opening game of the group. I've definitely got my eyes on Sprout and what they're going to be able to do here. But these two question marks of outsiders and FURIA and their post-Kato form under the microscope. Ooh, oh, God. Ooh. It's very, very personal. They usually have glasses, I swear, but a little staring match. How do FURIA want to deal with this? With all these rounds in a row, they've been waiting for the full buy. Now they've got a chance to do it. Safe has been double flashed out of mid, but he still scopes up and hopes they don't peek in party. It's quite a risk, but it might pay off. Yuurih's getting flashed. Oh, he peeks. That's a smoke rather. Forget it. Safe 2 shots, and he finally gets put down. That's more like it. Yuurih with some clean entries. It's what we wanted out of this guy. It's what we didn't get, other than onto his teammates in the first map. Get clutch as this guy's starting off stronger, and Art has seen a barrel. Hello.
Oh. Okay, it's all good. Art's able to get that one in mid. Attempting to still hold on to this control. It's pretty ballsy. Smashing himself in and fighting to the very end. 1 HP for Art.
He's out.
And he gets out of there. Now, James is posted at long, but I think if there was any fight, you're kind of fine to take. It's maybe versus the AWP. You're dead in 1 shot anyway. That's also assuming that James going to make a move, which maybe is wishful thinking.
Saw him with
little
that
jump peek. Flash goes in, baits the shot out of James. Now he's got it confirmed. That is the AWP on the angle.
Wow. I mean, such a high impact round from Art already. It might still be a loss if this goes B and KSCERATO doesn't multi-kill. He's turning around. He's leaving. He realizes now it's all too quiet, but Kickert's already in with the opener. This guy muscles his way into the B bomb site in so many of these rounds. That's a nice Molotov, but Drop is all that's alone, and he's going to find Buster. Where did Art go? I missed that.
He fell on the rotate from...
No, on the CT stairs.
From A to the CT stairs. And he fell, and it only does like 3 damage when you fall at the furthest. I think it's like 1 damage at the least. And of course, when you're at 1 point of health, that's all it takes. Oh, Drop! Can he make up for it? Where gravity's dealt with everyone else. Drops the one in the clutch, feeling the gravity of the situation. And yet, there's Art's body.
Oh, dear.
It's not lovely, I gotta say.
This whole game, like, the whole first map had everything. It was a complete calamity. I missed that one. Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's really not what you wanted, I gotta say. My tactical analysis of the situation there is not falling to your death would have been the better play.
Right after I said it was a high impact round. And that would have been a 2v1.
From high impact to hard impact for Art, sadly.
Ooh, and he's out. He rage bought. There's no other way of putting it. He rage bought right there. He pushed mid and died. And I would be mad too. Dear. What a game. I would hate to play against outsiders on this map specifically. Look at what they're doing in some of these rounds, for crying out loud. Second long player is around the corner. KSCERATO fully flashed in yuurih. It's never been so easy to entry with flashes like these. Entries are free. Good timing for Drop, but again, USP. Ooh.
Pretty clean, right? Pretty clean,
bad.
But that's kind of the end of it.
Well, the eco's under the rug. It never happened, mate. What buy? Guns should be there for FURIA sooner rather than later.
So they've had a pause to try and think about this, because they can feel, you know, in the ebb and flow of the game, you're not having that like high flying, high fragging, nothing's going wrong. Hey, we dropped the bomb in con, boys. Look at them, they can't do anything. Like the mood's changed a lot, and probably not helped by a very unfortunate ending to the round prior to last. Ooh. They're the kind of openers you beg for if you're KSCERATO. Kicker attempting the smoke run over in Monster, and from bad to worse, yuurih's on the receiving end of the orb.
Yeah, those are such big kills, because who have been the guys making these rounds happen for outsiders? It's been Kicker entering B and yuurih entering A. Like, they have gotten so many 5-on-4s, 5-on-3s, and then done the classic outsiders, sit in corners and wait for FURIA to go for info. And Overpass is a map where if you don't have info on CT side, you don't know what's going on B short, you can't see, you know, deep long, like toilets is so unknown, you're going to have to make gambles. And these are also very hard sites to multi-kill on without good utility. So yeah, now it's gone the other way. FURIA, they can tuck in. They've got the 5-on-3. Outsiders need to work for the round. And without their heavy hitters, Flit, who was the carry in Mirage T side, let's see what he can do. Gonna get flashed in after the volley. It spreads and he burns. Art's up close and he churns up one. good flash, but will they be blind by the time the entry comes in? KSCERATO covers, drop turns back, and they will win the round on B. 4 up for FURIA. It's a lot cleaner this time, but it is helped out by the double opening kills on both sites.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get given a monster pick like that every day of the week. In fact, versus outsiders, very rarely. I'm assuming that's going to be the only round actually in this half that Kicker attempts anything even near that. You know, I can't even really fault him for it. It's like this idea that you're just hoping that when monsters smoked, you can get ahead of it, you can play with timings. He's been able to do it in rounds gone by, and his B entry work has been phenomenal. You know, that was just an attempt to take a position that, you know, when it doesn't work, you're left looking a little silly, aren't you? But hey, I mean, no one was complaining when it worked in the 5 rounds that they have to their name. So FURIA still maintain this lead, still keep it looking good for now. Yukindar walking mid. James scoping up and over. Isn't going to get given the short peek he was hoping for. How many boosts have you got? There's one for long. Spot that. No one's there. No one's boosted with the orb. All right, now we feel a little safer in taking this long control. That's what Buster's going to go do. Kendar taking space in the toilets in the meantime. This is, you know, a very methodical round. It's Outsiders Classic, using 2 different boosts to clear out the majority of these angles and then working the real estate. Still have a lot of control down at B as well. Like, the options are so open right now as to where you want this to go.
It's going to be B. It's just, what does Buster want to do to fake it out first, right? He's throwing in the util. He's kept 3 on top side. Art's not going to be in an easy spot with the orb. First shot is a lovely connection, and he kills James as well. 1 by 1, they drip dry into the B site, and oh, they were decided upon 2 mines. Flip was saving, and Yukinder was entering. They could not make up what they wanted to do. They split up in Monster instead of trying to trade Art. But that was not an easy man to take down anyway. Lovely stuff from the in-game leader. This second orb has come out as soon as it could. Even though Art saved for it, he dropped it to safe in the first buy. And yeah, it's, you know, both orbs playing separate sites, coming in with high impact. FURIA, it's not the case of Mirage where they start strong and then they go cold for the rest of the half. Even though Outsiders found a few gun rounds, FURIA have not let that deter them. The 5-man boost gets spotted, and as a result, yuurih takes space. A lot of space. Buster's run the smoke. Oh dear, gun not out in time. And yuurih, time to get out. 5 on 4, flits up con, safe is not considering it. And they know he's there. He just lobbed a nade. He is again.
Yeah, James found another in the meantime. You know that yuurih was deep mid. They're trying to track him down. They're trying to keep him trapped. Flick going out and hunting him. Wrapping the long side now has started to piece together where yuurih could have gotten to, and he's got the drop on him. This is masterful from Flick. Really is such a nice way of just getting like a guaranteed kill almost. You know that you've got him boxed in. James still making noise in con. Baits the attention away from Kicker. That was a lovely combo over in Connector.
Oh, when you don't have a flash, that is the best. I mean, he did have a flash, obviously he did. That's one way to do it. Because the whole round, Drop had been looking left, right. The door's off, so he doesn't get that sound cue. He has to consider both options. James steps, and that late player comes through Monster. James still got the kill, though, didn't he? So MVP of that clear. And with 20 seconds, the bomb is stuck. That's with plenty of time for Outsiders. KSCERATO's got a save. And Outsiders, that was a beautiful round, right? Like you said, the flip flank through long toilets was the last thing yuurih was expecting. And strange to see safe completely discounting the con walk after taking middle. They had so much room. FURIA even had B short. Where do you think Outsiders are at that point? They're in T-spawn, they're in Monster, and they're in con. That was the only place left open. So Backstab gets Outsiders back in the swing of things. And right now, a good T side.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that round, there's been a couple of rounds in this game so far that have really shown, like, just how... Oh, just how smart outsiders are on like the micro level, right? We kind of focus a lot on like their attention to the macro of Counter-Strike, how, you know, they'll long out a series, they keep their money in check, they're oppressive to your economy. But on a micro level, like these guys are just as smart, using the jump to peel the attention towards Con and just get that kill for free. Really, really nice. Now a little timeout. FURIA calling it in. You know, in spite of them being up in the lead for the bulk of this game, pretty much all of it, they've never had that alleviation of the pressure. They're always feeling like outsiders are right there, right behind them, ready to leapfrog them at the final hurdle. And I mean, it could still happen. Like, you're really not out of the woods yet.
Yeah. Where, you know, outsiders managed to take down FURIA on this map last a Challenger, it was, you know, 67 they beat them. So already FURIA are doing good on making this game more competitive than last time, but yeah, there's plenty more in store for outsiders. Oh, drop. Trades Kicker. Kicker's been getting a lot more confident. I kind of like it, just running through Monster with opening kills and flits. He caught yuurih with a messy spray off the FAMAS. Kicker was more of a late activation in B in the first few rounds, but okay, 5-on-4 is nice. It's just unfortunate he gets traded. Still, they hold an advantage. Right side is Buster. Does safe? No, he doesn't look like it. He's going to come in. Hopefully he clears this, but oh dear. Buster, easy frag and drop alone as he rotates back up. Even though outsiders are walking into him, it's only one man. What could he possibly do?
Oh. It's very labored, and they're able to isolate him. CL at 7-7 now. Outsiders about to win this first half out, and that's over on the T side. You know, things are going to get even harder. Sorry, come that second half.
And you're seeing near the end of the half, outsiders getting more confident. They're running quicker rounds. They're not exactly doing rushes, but you know, they're just taking middle so easily, and with barely any util as well. It's like one front toilet smoke, one flash over mid to get your Kinder involved, walking up connector, splitting it together. This is just a really smooth, really clean, not, you know, started complicated, but now it's just iced out for outsiders. They've not had to be too crazy. Good flash, and it's free as could be. Art and B short is dead, and outsiders, they could pop B right now. Many other teams would, but of course they want to hold a little bit first and see if FURIA get interested.
Double up, short side, they re-swing.
Oh dear.
KitKat's now dead. Flit was hoping that that was the route to success. As he swings out, he had a double teed up. That's where KSCERATO comes in with the goods and has his teammates' backs. Leaves it all on 3 players still standing for the outsiders squad, and they don't want to go back. They don't want to change their mind here. If you leave B, well, not only do you have to spend all this time clearing angles again, going back up to A, but you also give over all of these weapons, and suddenly it's a much harder round. So you kind of just want to keep brute forcing. They attempt the boost again. Yeah, that was really wishful thinking. Now just Jame and Buster. And with 35 seconds, what are they going to do?
Hey, this was their round, and they really dropped the ball with those dry monster walks without any utility, without any teammates trading, and then they reboost back in. Very strange stuff. Outsiders get ahead of themselves, but FURIA get ahead of outsiders by 1 round at the end of the first half. We are going to see a serious pace change, I can imagine, as FURIA now move over to the T side. Stick with us if you want to see things get spicy.
Hey Future Pros, welcome back to Overpass. Today we have a quick little pop flash for you to learn. It is a CT flash for inside connector. To do the flash, drop into this corner. Aim at the intersection of these lines. Then underhand throw the flash. This should give you an easy kill to anyone creeping up.
Are the ones leading. Art really tried to get involved in that CT half. So B-Water takes a lot of con pushing, some mid takes. He was all over the place. So where will he lead us as we get into a pistol round? Chock full of util alongside Safe, and it's going to be Outsiders with a CZ on Jame. Spicing it up. Let's see what it does. 4 out mid, 1 B. KSCERATO tucked with no utility. Don't be surprised if this does end lower.
Well, the Around the World, it's a bit of a classic. Bit of a classic from FURIA. They might never do it. You know, you're setting up all this util, but I think at the same time you're surprised with how deep down long you've gotten, and the timing was definitely there. It existed. It was in this world. But Outsiders have now started to put bodies in this upper site. Still, it's overran. And while this is happening, KSCERATO is late lurking through B with a CT plant down. This is set up for KSCERATO to be the man winning the round if his teammates fall. And they are falling, all right.
What?
They're falling like flies. But guess what? He's right here. A wolf in sheep's clothing. KSCERATO, this could be the round. Oh my God. 3 from the wrap. And just Jame left to beat. KSCERATO, the madman. Oh, swinging out. He is dead, but there's no time for Jame. He's done it. 1 versus 4. They set it up for him, and he knocks it out of the park.
That is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. It's a perfect round, but even then, FURIA all die in an instant. I thought surely 4 was just too many targets, but he lines up every headshot with the Glock from behind. Not easy to do, but no man like KSCERATO to do it. What an insurance policy for FURIA. And Outsiders are going to be gobsmacked after that round. How do you lose it? Oh, the lineup into the escape and no kit for Outsiders. Again, we talk about this team playing gambles on CT. They went 5B, literally 5B, and they had no kit. Had it coming to them.
Oh
my God, what?
The pistols are doing it, Hugo. Saves him with 1 at least, but this is Outsiders with one hell of a reply. How has this happened?
Oh my God, James CZ, it didn't show up in the pistol round. It got the kill, but now it's coming with the goods. They've left B. Outsiders have rotated up A, and there's only 1 man here spotting for info. That's fine. If Buster gets a kill, that could be pretty, but he's not peeking far. yuurih chases, and he gets headshot. 2 on 3 now in the bomb site. FURIA need to stick the plant.
Safe holding CT, 2 on 2. The turnaround for FURIA, maybe. Maybe. James sneaking out the con side. This CT player still stuck here, still stuck in a fight he doesn't know he's having yet. James made it out, James made it in, but is dealt with at the first hurdle, and there 1v1 for Flit. What can you expect him to do? Flashes go out, but his fate's decided. Flit is running for the hills. It's that lack of kit that hurts him there. Good damage, all things considered, right? But, you know, when you kind of look at what that round was, what it could have been, oh, it could have been so much more.
Again, it's a gamble. It's a gamble, Harry. It's a dice roll. It's a, we've killed 3B. Let's rotate back up, and let's hope FURIA overcomplicate it. They don't. They just recommit late into a 2 on 4 on the B bomb site. They hunt the kills in lower. Beautiful shots from Jame now that we see him. And it's a nice round out of FURIA, but one that Outsiders feel like they could have won. They could have closed. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. FURIA now with 2 snuck past Outsiders. The pistol flank and then the force. And now look, a rebuy. Outsiders go back in for more. They were happy with 4 kills and an AK saved. And I like this investment for Outsiders. The issue is if you lose it, you're digging yourself quite the hole. not just in rounds, but in economy as well. Delaying your first rifle round to 12-7. That's what the outcome of this would be. At that point, FURIA would have money. They would have played a full anti-eco. So this is a high risk, high reward buy. But no team likes risk just like Outsiders. And they won't reboost this time. They learn from the mistakes in the first half.
Yeah, you know, it maybe isn't a good sign at the times that they've scuffed the boost so much, and they do go back to it, but no results.
With a jump, luckily there, you can, maybe it's just a CT jump spotting. You know, FURIA don't know for sure there were 2 players boosting. It's not the same as dropping into the water there in the first half. This is a nice flank, but it has left A open, and so FURIA bringing the bomb in, and he can't stop it. He can't stop anyone. But he can see them all go into the site. The question is, are they ready for how deep yuurih's gotten? He's running now. They're going to hear this from Toilet. He's still drops one. Bomb is getting stuck on the site, though. yuurih dips in deep and then bounds out through the smoke. They're getting picked apart like... Can't even get comfortable. I don't know what like, Harry. Like a buffet.
There we go. Oh, mate. And yeah, it's feeding time. Look at Art go. He wants more than just one. It's all you can eat after all, and he's in with a second. KSCERATO's left saving the FAMAS, and FURIA are up to 11.
Okay, it's fine given the fact that these are lower con rounds and like Outsiders know they have to take risks in order to win them, but if we actually look at this half, they've just made every wrong read pretty much, right? Like, and there's not anything massively wrong with that. It's just these high risk, high reward rounds, but now that's like every round they've made the wrong read. They can't gamble in their first gun. They've got to take an eco, then Outsiders have a full buy. But look at what happens when you take gambles. FURIA find your gaps. yuurih pushes all the way in through the dumpster smoke, kills rotates before they even know they're in the danger zone. You know, you can forgive the pistol. That was an outplay by KSCERATO. That was an outplay by FURIA. But every following round was a misread. And so these B stacks have only dug holes for the Outsiders, and FURIA, they're burying bodies. An eco now for Outsiders, and then their last chance. Some very awkward rounds right now. But I'm glad to see FURIA exploiting them. Too often do you see gaps that CTs leave, and Ts just obviously don't know. They don't have the info we have. FURIA are not letting those gaps go left alone, rather. More pay CT rounds coming right down the barrel.
Oh, that's kind of brutal. They finally assembled the boost. And it gets spammed. Flip. Oh, bud. They are so deep up long. And he's trying his best to find a little gap to exist in. He's called for the rotation at least. Okay. Flip has actually done really well to get info out of this and not be in the firing line. The bombs here as part of this 3-man side take, but they're going into a stack. They get baited in by the promise of a dumpster player. There's James USP getting one. No. The bomb's getting out of there. No. The bomb is running away. Safe is like, nope, nope, it's not good. The A site's bad juju right now, and so he starts to escape, starts to get out. Joins up with KSCERATO and Art over here in middle. But a 2-man split between either site.
And they're going back into A because, again, when they've done this in the past, Outsiders have over-rotated. This time it's fine. They've gone 2-2. That's a reasonable rotate. It's not everyone gambling that it's going to be a B-pop. Kinder drops the smoke. That looks like a one-way. And he's got a little bit of room to play with. And also cross back. He sees KSCERATO. Does he know about Art up close behind the smoke? Meanwhile, James is flanking toilets, and Kinder try to escape to give up the site for room for James. Now James is just lost to the hands of time in a 3-on-3 flank around. Safe gets that stick. They find the timing on James, and a 3-on-2 FURIA do it again. I love the recommits. They keep pretending that they're leaving these bomb sites, but they never do. They just tuck in and go back 20 seconds later. Devastating results. Always was meant to be a FURIA round, but Outsiders, they had a chance, like always.
See, and dude, like this is starting to get scary because of the conditioning that comes with this, right? All you're learning is that every time we try to go back to what is often the root of success for outsiders, which is like having these reads, having these gamble stacks, trying to outmaneuver your opponent, you know, even without like all the info, normally just having a good sense of how they ought to play the round. It's making you second guess all of that now, and that's so integral to the DNA of this squad. You know, it's really scary to see FURIA kind of turning the Outsiders' greatest strength against them.
It's impressive, you're right, and 12-7, this is it. This is the buy. This is the chance for Outsiders. You've got to remember, all these rounds have had caveats of forces, of no warp for Jame, of no kits for retakes. No longer do those caveats exist. A fast con rush. Yakinda ready for a second. He's going to try and stay here on the corner. Nice angle. Buster saves him from B short. Finds yuurih. 5-on-3, and if Yakinda's been given a route to escape, he could have taken it. He won't. He will regress to find the bomb, but instead all he finds is a bullet to the face. KSCERATO protects his package and resets with the team. Don't do it again, FURIA. Don't win a 3-on-5, because you will break Outsiders' morale. Their mental shattered. This was a perfect round set up. Kicker can still stop it. Safe just leaves the angle, and Kicker has the bomb. He doesn't know it yet, but he has the bomb. However, with KSCERATO checking everything, they're going to clear him from Monster!
Oh my god!
I'm tilted. I'm tilted for Outsiders.
Yeah. Oh, how do you mentally get back into this one? I don't know. It feels like Art is just there, like in the team speak with you. Like he's just one step ahead of everything you're doing.
This is what playing Wall Hackers feels like. It's on LAN, Harry. It's on LAN.
Dude, it is so surreal, isn't it? Like, Because now, not only have you like been wrong a lot of the times you've tried to disassemble stacks, now whenever you try to make kind of objectively like smart or good plays, exactly what KSCERATO was doing there with the monster push, you still got red. Like, they went up short, which was the one hole, and you knew that like short was open. You knew that was a possibility, but you're going, okay, well, maybe I can get someone coming in late. I can set us up for the oh, they cleared me from sight.
Yeah, right?
Like, what is that?
Who walks through B short and goes, you know what? I'm a check monster. And not just like look at the tunnel, like look at the cubby. No, I'm a clear T spawn from B. That's, I mean, FURIA, Art has done some incredible calling in this T half so far. Smart man. And FURIA all the better for it. Also, I feel for Yakinda here, even though it looks silly to like make that play in a 5-on-3, he's just had 2 con kills. He's not expecting a third man there. Why would you? So that was a swing kill for KSCERATO to even make that round a possibility, because they would have lost the bomb off that, and Outsiders really would have closed it. In a 5-on-2 with the bomb, there was no chance. So very close. All these rounds have been, but they've all been FURIA's.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice, Jame. Chases through the molly, and Buster's even sprung out with another. Now, admittedly, it is a one and done for him, but it's still kept in this 4-on-3. Then again, you know, FURIA actually seemed to do better in a 3-on-4.
Watch Outsiders go for 4A or something right now. They obviously won't, but that's how those early rounds are going. They
go like quad heaven and get CT walked by R.
This is it, though. 2-2. They've got to be ready.
Here we are. Art with the swing. Tagged initially. There is a heaven player as well in Jame.
Nice.
Ready to offer up assistance. Finally, Outsiders have got bodies where they need to be. But can they hold on? Flip. Oh, still fighting. It's kind of ballsy to hang around. Will eventually drop off, but that's the perfect veil for Kicker to slip and slide.
Oh, no.
The team flash. Why? Steals the glory away. Flit's like, no, my kill. I said I would get him.
Oh.
Now they lose drop as a result. If that flash loses them the round, because Kicker had both kills on a platter, like he would have double killed that. And now they might end up losing it. Drop 1v1. Just Yakinda still to beat. Oh my goodness. One flashbang, one little misstep, and it's all come undone. They do deal with drop, and there's just time for the defuse, but still, like, that is a round. If you weren't in your head already, if that one gets any closer, if that went against you, I think you were done.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No question about it. Like, Kickert made the play, and Flit, you know, I know Flit gets 2 kills there. He has a nice round. It's the flash that makes Kickert lose position of both players. He knew where they both were, and then he loses them, and they backstab him. Thank God Yakinda holds on and wins that clutch out for Outsiders. This game continues on a knife's edge. But I can't say I'm not loving it. That's just not true. This is so entertaining. It's all over the place. James trying to get hyped back in. At a moment like this, Outsiders, they don't want to crumble. Rebuy is costly, but they've got every penny they need. Just nothing left in the tank if things go wrong. What now for FURIA? They've barely shown anything in this T-half. It's been a lot of grouping. A lot of quick approaches. Double con, defaulting this time. It's KSCERATO looking for the B pick. He gets stuck on the wall. Oh, that's a beautiful nade from B. And he just slinks back away into Monster. Now, it would be very Outsider-esque if they still win this map, given everything that went on and the point that we're at in this series. Let's see if they can do it. Not with picks like that. Good frag for drop coming in on a backstab, and I take it all back because FURIA are ready to go.
Yeah, you think their 3-on-5s are dirty. Just you wait till you see a 5-on-3. Hang on, 5-on-4. No, sorry, 4-on-2. Here we go. Up. Just a whole round like that. 4v2, here it is. Flit, one of the 2 versus the 4. Jame, the other one. And a 1v1. Now, 1 for Jame. 2v3. It's like maths. Safe out into the B site. Flit in heaven. They're already in. They're already wider than he's ready for, but he's got it back to a 2v2.
Is this a 2v4 or a 2v5? 2v4.
I said so many numbers.
Yeah,
I'm
lost. And now a 2v2. Now FURIA with the bomb, ticking in their favor, double lower as they come in on the retake and drop weights up close. yuurih can swing off his contact if he'd like, but question is, will Jame be posted? Flit runs, making noise to bait for the AWP. Drop won't activate with a heaven smoke faded. Now Outsiders are ready to go. They know FURIA's eyes must be on the sky, but they won't look lower, and both of them die. 14 for FURIA. Thank goodness they get it over the top after they take a 5-on-3 and a 4-on-2 twice in that round. It gets converted. Never do that again. My brain is
No, I know. It's so scrambled. Yeah, it's not a good one. We tried something new, and it didn't work.
Oh, what a dodge. Yeah, I think the early force buys, and not the fact that Outsiders went for them, they were good force buys, but I think the way they went just dug such a deep hole for Outsiders in rounds and money, and in their own head, where they didn't believe their reads, they didn't believe their rotates, mainly because FURIA would read them right back. So just got to do the dirty now. 2 more rounds, and they wait. They wait, and they get given exactly what they wanted. One more man in con. yuurih is not ready for a second. Takes a shot, but it's Jame to escape. Meanwhile, they run long. They avoid this con setup. 2 guys speeding it. Flit's going to spot, but got to watch out for the AWP, and Safe is very quick on it. Just need the bomb now. As Outsiders panic with their rotate.
Yeah, they got to scramble. Kicker coming through the dumpster smoke just to have any sort of resistance in the bomb site. Buster's also maneuvered his way in between that smoke wall. FURIA This is really nasty what they're doing right now. They're trying to prey on the minds of outsiders. All that mental manipulation about, oh, look, we threw all this in, we've gone quiet. Guys, you might be misreading it again. Oh, do you feel nervous that you're misreading it right now? Oh, it must feel very uncomfortable because it doesn't feel like you've made the right read. And so they're kind of getting in their head a bit. That little jiggle at least gets the info, but it's exactly what FURIA wanted. It gave up the location of this defense. And so Art's doubled up on the opener. There's the plant. James can't do anything. High and dry on the other side of the site. It's 15 for FURIA.
Yeah, just excellent calling. There's nothing else that can really be said about this T side for FURIA. Like, excellent calling. The stars have been shining. Everyone's been hitting their shots. The defaults have been getting fed. And when outsiders are walking into your defaults on CT, that's when you know you've already won the map, because it's just so unlike them to be making those moves. A lot of clutch rounds for FURIA in this game, and none of us forget that 1v4 to start it all. What a precedent set by KSCERATO, who came in with that, you know, 4-on-1 pistol flank. Now, how many times you run that in prac and it doesn't work? But the stars align for FURIA. There's Mercury and Gatorade. FURIA keeps sipping the Kool-Aid. Up to 15 and one more to do it, to send us to Vertigo.
And I mean, you can't argue with the fashion they've done it in, you know, like this T side has been a thing of beauty for FURIA. What's this? Okay, nothing weird happening in con. It's just a regular little walk up. KSCERATO rewarded over at short. Just waits. It's aggro for Buster. You know, maybe frustration setting in. He feels like he needs to make a play. Feels like he needs to get involved. Wants to try and be proactive, but ends up making matters worse. And now there's so much freedom to FURIA to just go and explore the map, see everything it has to offer. There is a bit of re-aggression on short. Flit actually coming through this smoke slowly. They're boosted right now, and mate, if Flit did go walking, oh, he's missed the timing now. Able to get the M4 out of there at least. And FURIA saw him grab the M4 and then he went away. So they're like, okay, it feels like maybe they're rotating away from B. Art with a jiggle wins that fight on the opener again, just so consistent at securing these man advantages. James gonna hold the line at least. Flit tries to play into it and does reclaim one of these lost men over at short. So Yakinda, good timing on the con component. Double sight hold is demolished by drop. And there's safe with the turn, 16-8. It's going the distance. Outsiders versus FURIA, the game that just keeps on delivering. We're now going to a third. It's gonna be a little bit of vertigo to close this one off.